On the hour, rugbyleague.com news. Brought to you by Thomson Reuters, the global leader for news.
Coming up, epic grand final qualifier between the Broncos and the Panthers. Miraculous victory for St Helens sets up final showdown with the Robins, and York Knights to host championship decider after defeating Halifax. But first up, in the Southern Hemisphere, an all-time epic contest. That's one way to describe the second of the NRL grand final qualifiers. In Brisbane, four-time defending champions, the Penrith Panthers led the Broncos 14-0 at half-time, but a massive second half from the Broncos in front of 52,000 plus fans at the Cauldron, and it was the Broncos who prevailed 16-14. Brisbane's try scorers Katoni Staggs, Xavier Willison and Dean Mariner, Reece Walsh and Adam Reynolds kicked one goal apiece, and in the case of Reynolds, it was some kick. It proved to be the difference. And for the Panthers, a first half double to winger Paul Alamotti and Nathan Cleary with 3 goals. So Brisbane through to the grand final against the Melbourne Storm, hoping to win their first premiership in almost 2 decades. And for the Panthers, the end of the road as their dominance finally comes to an end. Also at Suncorp Stadium, the second of the preliminary finals in the NRLW, the Broncos 30, Newcastle 6, Brisbane to now take on the Sydney Roosters in the premiership decider. And in Sydney, in the New South Wales Cup grand final at CommBank Stadium, the Warriors beat St George Illawarra 30 points to 12 after leading 16-6 at half-time. Tanner Boyd, the man of the match. Earlier on the same program, the Melbourne Storm picked up their first ever Jersey Flegg title. The Storm, 38-16 winners over the Panthers. In the UK, there's been an incredible match at Headingley in week 1 of the Super League playoffs. St Helens edging out Leeds Rhinos 16-14 to catapult Saints to a semi-final showdown with Hull KR. The Rhinos up 12-6 at half-time in the eliminator on home soil, but the visitors stole a famous win thanks to former Salford player Shane Wright, who scored with the final play of the game. St Helens getting the job done after forward Matty Lees left the field because his wife went into labour. In the second tier, York Knights have secured the right to host the championship decider after the Knights proved too strong for Halifax, York winning 30 points to 18 after leading 16-6 at half-time. Finally, in French Rugby League, the Super 13 season is now up and running, with the Albi Tigers starting their title defence with an 18-16 win at home against Limoux. Elsewhere, Lesignan defeated visiting Villefranche 36 points to 12. At Villeneuve, the Leopards 32-22 over Saint-Estève, and Avignon cleaning up at Saint-Gaudens 42 points to 0. And recapping that score, in Brisbane, the Broncos 16-14 winners over the Panthers in the second of the NRL Grand Final qualifiers. The Broncos to now take on the Storm in the big dance. I'm Jason Costigan, and that's latest in news on rugbyleague.com.